Okay, hi. Thanks for coming back. I am going to get to the resumes and what to do with those after I do a little explanation for why I think this is important. And so I am on Ontario Works currently. I do have a job, but it is unpaid, and that's not good enough. So, uh, yeah, I'm also in one of the regions affected by the welfare pilot project, which is literally forcing all able-bodied people into the workforce without the resources to find jobs. Um, and it's also giving Canadian citizens private information to New York-based companies, one of which was already involved in a civil action lawsuit against them. And I have until April to get a job before this mandatory resubmission of all my social services Form 1 information, which is everything from my birth certificate to all my banking info. Everything about me, given to a private corporation. So thanks for that. Uh, so I will be doing everything I can to show other people how they can get online to get a job because we don't have these resources anymore. And just handing out resumes and here's mine here. I've got a 2-page resume and a cover letter, right? But that doesn't work anymore. We need to get online and we need to plug ourselves into one of these platforms that allow you to build your own profile, much like Facebook or any of those other ones where you put up your picture and you type in details about yourself. And this is so that potential employers, big businesses and stuff, they can go on there and they can search for people that they want to hire based on your qualifications and what you want to do. So I will get to that after I finish explaining what's even happening. Because, social services, they're getting cut. What are people supposed to do if they don't have a job? And so bear with me because I have zero funding and this is the best quality programming I can make on my own without funds. And without training, school tuitions were cut as well, which I wanted to get into media classes and do this professionally. But I can't right now. So here we go. Grassroots and independent. Been seeing quite a few things popping up about ways that my situation and many other people that are having serious issues with, shutdowns and a lot of setbacks to earning an income. I know a lot of people are really suffering with that right now, and I see this one thing where Justin Trudeau has approved a supplement for people are calling this basic income, which it kind of is. And this could even be the outline for the future of assistance, depending on how things go. So let's keep up on making programs that work. So yeah, I will post a link to this article about the supplement for basic income. And where was that? There was one statistic that really jumped out at me because it really does talk about the demographic I fit into being at the bottom of the poverty chain. And it says Canadian men in the lowest 20% of the income distribution are 67% more likely to die in any given year than the wealthiest 20%. So the 20 at the bottom, they die more than half as often. We got a higher mortality rate, plain and simple. Which is even scarier during these pandemics where health issues are major concerns. Which is why a lot of these supplements are coming out, because these prevention methods have forced us to slow down production and business, and make sure that everyone remains healthy. So try to stick to those guidelines, because we're doing everything we can to keep ourselves alive and healthy and well. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on anyone else around you, because we have to stick together. And this article comes from one of the other regions that was affected by these pilot programs as well. So they've definitely been looking into this, and they've got their facts. Because this is from Kawartha. And so yeah, the PM has opened the Treasury short term, and as COVID, the end of this article, it says, as COVID-19 now stalks the nation, let this pandemic be a catalyst for permanent action to stabilize the lives of millions of Canadians and create a healthier, more equitable Canada. So let's do it. In other news, studies of the coronavirus and why I'm choosing to do my job search online instead of going store to store to store to store with a piece of paper that I hand them, that they hand to someone else, and that, right, kind of makes sense to just work online. Because newest report from New England Journal of Medicine, the stability of COVID in the air is 3 hours. They can live for 3 hours in the air. So stay away from areas where people are sick, because you don't want to be breathing in any of that virus that could be in the air from them coughing and sneezing, and it gets into the air, right? That doesn't mean that the air around the globe has become infected. It just means that when you cough, those germs come out, and they can survive for quite a while. 3 hours in the air, 4 hours on copper surfaces, which copper is typically a fairly clean, like it's got a chemical quality that does kill bacteria. So 4 hours on copper, 24 hours if it's on cardboard. So, be careful of cardboard, especially if someone sneezed on it. 2 to 3 days on plastic and stainless steel, because that's a breeding ground for all kinds of stuff with those surfaces. So make sure you wipe everything down, make sure everything's clean, and, be careful. That's the best we can do for our own personal methods of keeping safe. That, and try to stay indoors, especially if you are sick. Don't go anywhere. If you're sick, get better. Also, I found this link to Cover Health. It is an online program available. It is free for all Ontarians. So if you live in Ontario and you need a digital clinic that you can sign up for, and they will have doctors talk to you. I'm going to share a link for Cover Health. And this is linked into the OHIP coverage, so that one's an important one to look at. And then was there another one? I think this is, yes, the same. We want to begin with ABC News. I've got 2 windows with the same link open. Yeah. Stuff like that happens when you're online and trying to do that through the online means. Remember to close your tabs. It slows you down. All right, until next video, when I'll get back to more of the job searching.